most part, those packs of beef went fast. And when I tell you that beef went quick, it was like, geez, I barely got the packs I did. I barely got my T-bone. All right, we're gonna stir up this potato medley. So sexy. Look at that. There's purple, there's orange, there's red, there's green. Eat your colors. You have to eat your colors. And yeah, so now we just wait. Gonna let you know why. Why is Chef Moan so special? Like, what makes Chef Moan more different and special than the other chefs? And honestly, know from my background how to do things differently and still get you the same results. How about that? I call myself the Slumdog Millionaire or the Slumdog Billionaire. If you ever seen the movie and the guy's being asked all these questions in the form of millionaire style, you'd go back to his life experiences, and how he came up with the answers was from his life experiences. And this is so I grew up in Barbados, my very, very young years, between the ages of 1 and 5. And growing up in a small island really shapes how you look at the world. Being from that island and seeing the goats and the sheep and the chickens and the vegetables, the gardens, and going out to pick your food from a garden at that small age will bring about a sense of connectiveness with the earth, connectivity with the surroundings around you, and the healing properties of the land. The land has healing properties. So fast forward, I come to America, Brooklyn to be exact, and there aren't too many gardens. There's no livestock running around. Everything's moving super fast. It's big and scary. And I had to learn how to adapt and adjust real quick. On top of that, I'm a young kid with an accent. So, for example, when I don't talk to people around my surroundings and I talk into my family, I talk like this. So it's called patois, right? It's an accent on top of the English vernacular. And so when I'm at home, I'm talking to my grandma and everybody, I'm coming out there into a school where no one sounds like me. They're all looking at me like, oh, who's this weirdo? I had to adjust and drop the accent quick as possible. And yeah, and it's just like a lot of instances in my life. I never felt like people were living a life that was as distinct as mine or diverse. Like one day I can be at my French homegirl's house eating cheese and crackers and sipping wine, and then the next night I'm with the grungy dudes in the back of a party. Like, and then the day after that I'm with a museum curator trying to help her curate her exhibit. It's just fascinating to me how cultured I was able to be. And I used all of those components in my life when I cook, because cooking is not just my therapy and how I unwind, it's how I heal myself. Literally. When I'm being American and eating junk food and not being intentional or conscious about what I'm intaking, because I'm just out being an American in the streets and, just get some Taco Bell and let's eat some McDonald's. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing to my body. So after a couple of months of that, and I put on some weight, and there's mucus build up in my body, now I have to turn around and go back to my roots to heal myself and start eating right. And this is where we are. So I've actually learned how to cook all of these meals the healthy, natural way where everything that I put on a plate will heal you, will absolutely heal you. All the seasonings, all the spices, they're there for a reason. My spicy food will run your nose and clear out any passageways of mucus and anything else that's meant to harm you. And I will get it out of your body naturally. That is what makes Chef Mo special. I always got a nice story along with a great meal that tastes wonderful and a teaching. Because I've learned a lot, and what are we doing if we're not teaching somebody else?